Basically, what happens with US and the education in the US is that homeworks and projects are a huge thing. While in India, assignments and homeworks were not a huge deal, but in US they are very important. So if you're doing your homeworks and assignments well, you are almost sure to basically crack your finals and the midterms, because everything is built upon your homeworks and your exams will be mostly easier than your homeworks assigned to you. I found most people worked on homework in a group. However, I did not work on them in groups, and hence I think my GPA was very nice. I have a GPA of 3.92 with 1 B grade out of the 12 courses I took. Yeah, I would like to mention why I got that B grade, because I don't want anyone else to repeat that mistake. So I got that B grade because I was late to class 5 minutes on 2 occasions. So we had about 22 classes for that course per semester, and that professor actually kept track of who was late and who wasn't late, and I got a B grade because I was only late for 5 minutes. The point which I want to highlight over here is that in India we might not think of time as a huge deal. Something is told to us that we want to start this at 7, maybe we join at 7:30, and that's okay in India. But in US, time is a huge deal. So if they tell you to come at 7 o'clock, you have to make sure you be there at 6:50 itself. I don't want anyone else to go through the pain which I went through. So please make sure that you go everywhere on time. You respect time and you respect the time of other people also. Oh, they're very strict. So please make sure that you're not copying anyone's assignment as is, or you're not stealing the work of other people. You will not be directly deported or rusticated from the college, but warnings and everything is given. There are cases also. More than that, if your colleagues get to know that you are copying, it is not a very good sign, because then they might not think very highly about you. One of the important things, as we talked about previously, was networking. These people whom you are classmates with right now, you might as well start up a company with them. So you want to make sure that you have a very good reputation with them. Please make sure that you're not copying assignments as is. You are putting in your own efforts. You are making, if while you are on a project, make sure that you are contributing towards the project as much as the other teammates are doing. Be voluntarily accepting. Try to make sure that you are asking for work. Try to make sure that you are giving your own suggestions. So yeah, definitely don't do plagiarism. You can seek help from other people, but don't copy as is. GPA is generally about 3.5, most companies accept. However, the more the GPA, the better it is. The highlighting factor I want to write over here is this. I already had an internship with Amazon, but I still went on to different career fairs just because I wanted to network around with other companies and try to make sure that I'm communicating well, try to make sure that I'm getting my elevator pitch to the point. So I still attended those career fairs, and at that point of time I had a GPA of 4. While I gave my resume, the most important thing which was standing out was a GPA of 4, and I didn't have to talk a lot, I felt, to get my interviews, because the GPA of 4 on my resume spoke a lot while I was in touch with those people, because they knew how difficult it is to get a GPA of 4 at a university like Georgia Tech. So for me personally, I think GPA is very important. There will be people who will tell you that GPA isn't important and getting to know the courses is very important. But one thing is very sure, that if you are getting to know all the course material in US, you will automatically get a good GPA. So make sure you always maintain a GPA in anything in above of 3.5, but a GPA of 4 would be ideal, and I would suggest everyone to work very hard to get a GPA of 4. It's not very difficult. If you're doing your homeworks well and religiously, you're getting a GPA of 4. What I also found was my time management was not up to the mark. And when I say my time management was not up to the mark, when I look at an 18-hour day, so generally you don't get to sleep more than 6 hours at Georgia Tech. Even if you're getting a sleep of 6 hours, that's like heaven to you, because 4, 5, 6 is the maximum you can sleep over there. And at times I had weeks where I could only sleep for 1 to 2 hours. So first of all, you have to understand that. Secondly, time management. By time management, I tell that even after having a 12 to 14-hour day, how can you take that 1 hour out for gym? How can you take that 1 hour out for doing any other sport or any other activity, or talking to your friends, or just listening to some music, or going out? So by that I mean time management. So I usually had days wherein I could work 12 hours effortlessly, but after working for 12 hours, I generally did not find time to go to the gym. I think that going to the gym or doing any extracurricular activity, or having some physical exercise is very important, because it frees up your mind. and helps you being more efficient. So that way, I think I lack. I think most people lack in that department. But to anyone going there, or to people who are thinking of doing their masters at Georgia Tech or any other US college, please make sure that you start looking at your time management and planning your day properly, because it gets hectic. And if you have a proper plan for the day, it becomes very easy.